Hello, people and bots. Grandpa Canuck here, and we're back in Stationaires. Haven't done a new episode of Stationaires in a little while, so it's nice to be back in the game. I'm just looking at the daily tasks here, and I want to work on that rocket. So we're going to do some rocket work, and I think maybe we'll do some of the chute work for the production food area automated and the grow room automation. We may do some of that, but looks like Grandpa's stinky. He needs a shower. Do 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 do. Oh, we have a problem. Liquid volume 0. Ooh, it's not good. Okay, well, there's 10 liters now. That's enough to have a shower. Do. Hey, Grandpa's not stinky anymore. Yay. Down with stinkiness. So we're going to need some steel. Don't need any frames. And I don't think we need to carry any tubes. Don't know whether 6 steel is enough. Let's make a couple more just to make sure. Hey, it's all set. Go. Gold, silver. I think it's an electrum that we were short of. 6 electrum and 10 astro. Yeah, electrum. Okay, so that stops us from doing the solar collectors for now. Okay, let's take a look outside on what we got to do for this rocket. Do. Battery is dead. Okay. So we need a charge. Tanks. Small. Medium. Oh, I moved it to the top here. Pressure 6.1. Going down. That's just temperature change. Okay, so we need to hook up our electrical. To charge. We need to get the steel on. And I think we better go check on the amount of fuel we have before we actually just load fuel. What do we got? A couple of kilomoles. It's enough to load. So we want it out to the pipeline. We don't want to put it in there anymore. But we do have a full canister there. Cool. This one's fairly empty, so let's just switch those out. We have a welding canister pretty full now. Whoa. So we're going to want this pump on once we extend it. And it should be increasing now. It is. And the battery is charging as well. Cool. There we go. I think we have everything connected properly. We don't have a connection to take off or the electrical hookups for the cargo unload yet. Okay, but I think we have done there. I think the rocket, when fueled, will fly. Don't know if it'll fly far enough. And that's about a third full. Tank is 6.31, 6.32. Okay, we can go more pressure there. So we got a little bit of time to fill those up. Let's look around. Batteries are okay for charging. We're about to hit sunlight. It's looking good. Now I have these down here for production. We have food up there. So somehow I think we need to alter these things. So maybe we want to a separate room. We want to just extend it out over there. I think we need to come this way. So we're going to need at least 2 platforms down here. And I think we can move that airlock, maybe. Maybe we want to move the airlock. This is a big project, I think. And I think we want to extend out that tile. So the food can continue on from here. which means that is going to have to get moved up to at least up there. What if I put, whoa! What if I put the Harveys in at the second level? That will have to go up to the roof. So I might as well extend it out over those four. So 4, 8, 9. 9 blocks. Yeah, 9 blocks, I think. And we will have to relocate a couple of things. So we can work on some piping for that. Do the easier changes first. Got enough water in there for now. Our Stirling engine is cut off from charging our power supply currently. Okay, I think that works. That's my 2 green cheek conures in the background, Bonnie and Clyde. They like getting in on the conversation. They know when I talk about them too. They think I'm talking to them. 6.5. Still needs to go up. Still a fair bit of fuel in there. Okay, so I'm going to need chutes coming out of here and over to here, and we need to move this in order to put in the chutes and have a work area. We probably only need 2 tiles of a work area, but if we go over there, we'll need more. So if we only go out 1 tile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 or 7 with the steel and some piping. And we will have to add chutes. We have 6 now. We'll make 9. And then we'll need steel. We'll need like 20. that's enough. Hydration critical. I need a drink. There we go. Refreshing. Well, not much of that left. How about the candy bar? None of that left now either. Well, what else we got in the machine? Pumpkin. Lots of tomatoes to work with. Potatoes. Corn. Pumpkin. I know we have 3 cases of food here if we want to break into them. Pumpkin soup and 2 tomato soup, full cases. Okay, and I have some cable with me. That's going to require some reworking. Just want to get an idea of how many chutes. Okay, nothing blew up. Good. Battery is fully charged. Almost up to 7. We got a ways to go, but we can shut down the electrical now. We have a lot of fuel left for pumping. Yeah, still 2K kilomules. Put one there, one there, one there. Whoa. One there, one there, one there. One there. If I redo that airlock, we need one there. Whoa! Where am I going to put the airlock? The airlock's going to have to come out either here or here. Here would be awkward because of that. So this is going to have to be the airlock for there. No. That needs to be reworked entirely, where that vent is. What do I need to take these off? Hand drill. That one's going to have to come off. And I guess I need to weld these. This is going to have to come out to this side here by the looks of it. So I could move that inside vent or leave it and just move this sideways. So that's not going to be a walk-through. That's going to be a wall dividing the atmosphere of the grow room and the work area, which is going to wrap around to the staircase. So I want to get the pressure off of that. Now that's going to be a lot less pressure, and I may have to increase the pressure on that to make it work properly. It's down to 2.25 megapascals. This is going to have to be moved. So it's going to be half inside. Just needs to be moved over. So this is all going to have to be, that daylight sensor is working this. So we'll have to redo that. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 walls at least. 6, 7, 8, 9, and I will gain 1 back. 2 back. Well, and some more down there. But I'm going to need at least 9 walls. And I'll gain those 2 back, but I have to put these, I have to put at least these 6 up first. And I can finagle the airlock after. I can just close it down and rebuild it. But these ones, okay. I'm going to end up with 2 rows of Harveys, I think, to work at least 6 units. That's what I want. So I need to print some chutes and see what they're like in there. Then I need to bring them down into here. But that vent should still work for now, just not as well. Okay, and I think I have some walls inside that I can take down downstairs. Those are fuel. 0.6, so we've loaded 0.4. $7.6. Still want more pressure. I want well over 9. Moderate. Thrust is required. 11.8 kilonewtons of engine thrust. I don't know how much engine thrust I have. Pumped gas engine. Okay, it's got 16.2 kilonewtons, so that is more thrust than I require, so that will work. I'm filling up both these tanks at the same time. $7.8 pressure, but I have this one set. I have that one's at numbers at the bottom, and this one's numbers at the top. I want to get up about 9.5. Then we can launch it. And I'm going to need chutes to at least move that cargo to an unload container up there as a minimum. It's going to be ores. So those ores are going to eventually have to come back here. Now I do I want, what do I want to store the ores in? Did I want to create a silo storage? Large quantities of almost anything. While it is doing that, it cannot be deconstructed. Note also that any food you put into a silo is likely to decay extremely rapidly. A silo can hold up to 600 stacks. Okay, so I want a storage. Ten plastic sheets and 15 sheets. So I think I want a silo storage out there to dump in raw materials. I think that's going to be the best way. Okay, it's done on the auto lathe, gold, copper, and steel. So I need 20 gold and 10 copper. 20 gold. I have copper in here. No. All my copper's in here. Jeez. It said 15 steel, didn't it? Okay. And this is going to require 15 steel sheets, 10 plastic sheets. I've got 6 walls. I might not have enough supplies to build this. I might have to do some rob Peter to pay Paul type of stuff. Actually, there's no steel in here either. We've got 7 steel left. want to get chutes too. Oh, I want plastic. I don't have enough plastic. I need silicone. Of course, there's none of that here either. Throw that up there for now. And I know we had some glass here. There we go. That should help us work towards what we're doing. And let's redo our vitals. Take a drinky. I'm not stinky, so I don't need a shower yet. Okay, what's the fuel on the rocket up to? Up, 8.4. We're getting there. We getting there. So having this silo. Do I want it right beside it? What do you two birdies want? What? What do you want, Bonnie? Did I hear you say something? Night-night, Clyde? Well, you go night-night. I'm not going night-night. If you guys want to go night-night, go night-night. So that requires a power connection. And the connections are on that side. So let's give a little bit of space. We'll put it there. So it's going to require power into here. Your screwdriver with 5 basic cables. Okay, And where do I want to power it from? I want to power it from this. You can power it from back here. Yeah, we should be able to power it from here. That shouldn't be a problem. Hey, I'm not wearing my uniform. I'm naked inside my suit. Hope nobody was looking close. That includes you two birdies. If you're going to go night-night, you go night-night, okay? Don't stand there and bother me. How's my fuel doing? 8.65, 8.69. It's getting there. Okay, so now I need the chutes to go between there and here. And then I'm going to need some way to access it. No, there's the chutes right there. So it's going to have to come around and into there. And this is an out chute. Okay, so I want the out for a pickup here. And I need the in to wrap around from the back around to there. Clyde, Bonnie, go to bed. Go night-night. Okay, so we can work on that in a minute or two. We have some of our, well, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to come over here. I wanted to start closing this. So I think I want a window there, a window there, type 1 composite there, type 1 composite there, type 1 composite there. How about we put a window here? I don't know whether I want to close all this up. For the airlock or not. Well, I guess I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. Oh, that one's a hole still. Don't have enough steel to weld it. Need more steel. Close that off. Blow these 3. I can blow those 4 out once I do that, and my pressure will go down within the base, and I should automatically get the oxygen pumped in, but it won't repressurize fully. And I'll also then have the contaminants from this area inside. And that airlock is now non-functional. No, technically it would still work. Technically it would still work. I need to move it, but it would still work. Okay, let's see if this... Let's just do a quick save. This is going to... No, it's not sealed. I can't do it. Okay, I can't do it because I don't have that sealed there. Okay, but what I could do is I could borrow this wrench. Okay, now that will be sealed. Yes. This will give the same pressure as the base on the inside. It's just a new expanded part of the base. It's just going to lower my pressure externally. I have my suit on in case I have any major issues. That requires a crowbar for the rest of those. Well, I may actually want a wall here, but I will probably want a wall, not a window. $97K kilopascals, 98K kilopascals. So other than the small amount of pollution, my automated oxygen is working. So the oxygen has come back in. Back to 100. Gonna go over 100? If it does, it won't be by much. that staircase there, do I really want... I want walls here now. And that one can be moved too. Don't remove the steel frame. I don't know whether I want anything here. I can now just jump down these stairs. It's a little awkward getting up, but this end might be warranting it. Okay, and that will look better if I put a wall on the other side as well. Okay, so this is kind of just an area for maintenance, and we'll put the construction stuff here so we can move them up here, and then we can start adding the ducts, the connections. Need to cycle through. Don't want my fuel to blow up out here. 9.4. 9.41. I can't go past 9.7. Then we should have a working rocket ready to go. Batteries are still okay. It's just a little rounding off expansion on the base. Looking go okay. Jump! Whee! .48. .5. I gotta get the rest of the ducts for here and for over there. So I'm gonna need a bunch of iron, I think, for that. 9.54. 9.55. The birdies went night-night. They went into the other room and climbed into their cabinet. .6. Temperature's still rising. .64. Almost 9.65. Shut off the valve. Retract. Shut that off. Okay. Battery is not quite fully charged. .652 and going down because the temperature is dropping. It's nighttime. Looks like I need a little bit more power. Okay, 9.652, 9.652, they're balanced. They're essentially full. Battery's charged. Retract. Shut the power off to it. Okay, I do not need the cargo storage on or the scanner on until I get to where I want to be. I turn that on when I'm ready to go. And that's the miner. That's the mining unit. That doesn't need to be turned on until I'm ready to mine. Okay. So, I need to go to orbit. Set that as my destination. I'm on launch mount 1. Rocket Miner 1 is selected. It is idle. I think we have everything in place. If anybody viewing can see anything wrong, now is the time to speak up. We'll do a quick save. Okay. And I think we are good to launch. I don't see anything wrong. The object is to get out to one of these fields and do some mining. Okay, so let's miner rocket launch. We're going to save that. And then we're going to save it back as our Mars May 2024. Okay. Goodbye. Hope you make it. We have ignition. We had 9.6. Let's see what it balances out to when we get to orbit. Okay. Current location is Mars orbit. Our next location would be to take it to Phobos. Set our destination. It was 6.4, so we used 3.1. So we're going to need 3.1 when we get back here. Water vapor volatiles, copper, silicon, iron, copper. Okay, we are there, and our pressure is 4.9. That is slightly more than half. So let's go mine this copper. Set our destination. Almost copper rocks. Shouldn't take a lot of power to get out there. Maybe we don't have enough fuel. Okay. Yeah, my power's low. I need to recharge. So I need to turn on my cargo storage. I want to turn on my rocket mining unit. I don't know if I need my scanner on, but I will turn it on. At the location, I want to mine. Where's my cargo? So, I obviously have a problem here. Maybe I need to survey it. Because I don't have a richness in size. I thought I'd done that. Okay, so I've got the composition. What is my power? Power is not an issue. Fuel is. Got 60. I need 100 to fully do it. Okay. That's more than I need 200, I get a mining bonus of 10%. So let's run it up to 200. Sure, I have enough battery power. Definitely. If I get it up to 1,000, I get a mining bonus of 25. There we go. Okay. Now I should be able to mine. Go back to my rocket. Import count, export count. Mining head 100, next yield 10 ore, miner off. Well, I guess it might help if I turned it on. So, let's go back to idle. Ratio 0.02. Port count 2. Required power 5. On quantity 2. So I guess it's mining. Oh, yes. Okay, we'll let that mine, because I've got lots of power, and I'll run inside and hydrate. Battery's under 50%, food's at 42, so I need to hydrate, eat, and probably change battery while I'm inside. I'm critically thirsty. I'm a little stinky. Got the stinky light on yellow. Okay, I have another filter, I'm fine. Now import count is up to 3. Ratio 0.03. Does that mean it's only 0.03 full? So I need to leave this up there for a long time to mine, apparently. Oh, my charge is a third gone. Composition is only 0.5 grams. So this is a very low yield. Okay. So I guess I've proved the theory, but I'm going to need to stay up there a long time to mine, so I'm going to need a rocket that has probably more fuel, probably more battery, and all of the other components that I have. internal quantity of 6. Import count, export count, quantity of 18. So it has 18. The import count here is 4. So it's drying it in 34, 39. And I don't know if I have my rocket set up to send it to the cargo. This is all new for me. I've never gotten this far with rockets before. So anybody out there in Chatland with any advice, feel free. So maybe I don't need the cargo storage. I can just use the rocket miner for small quantities like this. Or I don't have it set up right, one or the other. You've barely sent up a rocket once yourself? Didn't have enough fuel when it was time. Yes, I made that mistake too. I made that mistake a couple of times. I hear you. I solved that, but yeah, I didn't have enough fuel coming down the first time I tested one. And I'm worried about the amount of fuel I have this time. So you're here to learn. We will learn together. You know what Edison said? He found another way not to invent the light bulb. So, eventually we'll all get there by not inventing the right mining unit. So obviously a medium cargo container is much bigger than I need. The cost of fuel, this is not economical yet. This is all experimentation. It's not economical. I can still run around and not use this much fuel or resources in building the rocket. So this isn't about the economy, this is about gaining the experience. It's like the early Apollo missions. Cost a hell of a lot and really didn't get, what did you bring back? Ultimately a couple of rocks from the moon. Makes those rocks, worth many, 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 many millions of dollars an ounce. We're in the same phase of development here in understanding this game, I think. 0.05. So obviously I could hold 20 times as much, possibly, if that's what this is saying. So 20 times approximately 100 would be 2,000. So my estimation is, if I'm reading this correctly, a medium cargo container can hold 2,000. Okay. Well, most of my power is here. So 0.6 is around 60 quantity. 0.06. Are we reading that right now? 0.06 around 6. 0.07? Quite. Okay. Not sure. I got about 40% of my fuel. I don't know whether I can get back. This might all be a loss. Quantity 7, quantity 11. Okay, so that's individual quantities coming in. So that's the individual quantities in each load. Okay, so let's turn off the scanner, turn off the rocket miner, turn off cargo. Now we have stopped. We are idle. Surveying doesn't do me anything until I get up to 1,000. I need a lot of battery for that, but we can do that. There's a metal field here, but I don't know what it is. So, I want my Mars orbit, set my destination, have my rocket engine on. And I'm not going to have enough fuel to get back. I need over 2,000 to get down. This is definitely going to be a failure because I'm not going to have enough fuel. Yeah, 860 pressure. That is less than 1/10 of my fuel. And it took over 20% to get up. I don't think I can land. That's optimal. If we go with the maximum. Consummate landing success is very high. Optimal. I have the thrust. I just don't know if I have the fuel. On the key numbers may be on the left. Mass versus dry mass. You have 10 kilograms of fuel left. Yes. Yeah. Right? I'm just going by what the pressure was when I went up. And I don't think that's enough to land properly. So I think you're correct there. Mahuja, I guess that is. Thank you for your comment. Thanks for pointing it out. But I was going by the pressure, knowing how much fuel was in there when I had high pressure, and that's only one tank, but the tanks are connected, so the pressure is going to be the same in both tanks by how it's connected in parallel. Could have stayed a little longer on the battery. Takes next to no battery power. And it should blow up when we come down. fuel is going to run out. And so I had about half the fuel I need to get back down. And we should see a big kaboom, a Mars-shattering kaboom. And that's what we expected because we're out of fuel. Okay. So, rocket is designed incorrectly. Rocket needs more fuel to do this job. Ah! And a storm. Okay, well, I have this saved before I drop the rocket. So I will reload and retest. So I need to leave the session and exit. Then I need to load the world. There, I believe. I think that should load me in the right spot. And we need to redesign the rocket. So there we are before we took off. So we actually had 1,017 kilograms of fuel. So we'll have to look over these numbers and reassess what we actually need. We cannot put more fuel in the design that we have, and the only way to get more range would be to lower the weight. So we could put in a smaller cargo container rather than a medium. Head drill. So we can put in a small cargo container. the same spot. And the power is on this side? Oh, I've installed it wrong. It needs to be sideways. It needs to be sideways. Nope, that's backwards. That's the right way around. Okay. Power low. You're going to die. So now let's look at our numbers. Dry mass is still 1,600 kilograms. So my mass hasn't changed by making a smaller cargo hold? Okay. So much for that option. So the fuselage mass, the engine, and the payload mass. Is where that 1,600 comes from, dry mass. So I'm going to need to find a way to put in another tank. So I have space here now. But how do I get another tank on? Run a taller tank, but I couldn't run it down. All 9 of my squares are full. I cannot make a wider rocket. I would have to move all 3 of those and reconfigure the entire rocket by moving those all up here and extending this up 1, and then I could add at least another small tank, if not two, down here. That could stay there. The fuel in needs to stay. The power is the one. And that's going to cause repercussions with this. Okay, so that could be redesigned. How? It's got to be too wide and then a third one for the power coming in. So without adding another section, I have to somehow, that could stay there, because that works. And I could add two tanks here if I move this out of the way. So, battery has to be relocated. So the battery is going to have to come to the front. Now I could go without the transformer. That would just be unsafe on a couple of things. And when I charge, I could blow wires. If I don't have it connected a certain way. Okay, so let's hydration critical. I'm going to die. So I have to redesign the rocket. Hello, first time chat. We found out my rocket doesn't have enough fuel to do the job. So I have to do a redesign to get more fuel on board to accomplish the task I want. I can call you Soul? Okay, Soul. I'm doing well. I'm just getting through a stationaries problem. This is my first mining rocket. And I got there, I got the mining, I got back to orbit, but I had probably a little under half the amount of fuel to get down. So I need at least another small tank of fuel to accomplish the task. So I have to find a way to include that in the rocket design. So I have to redesign the rocket. So the one thing we have concluded is we don't need the medium cargo container. So that's extra. You've never played a game like this? Huh. If you like solving problems, yes, it's a great game. My YouTube channel has a whole bunch of tutorials. It's actually the most popular part of my YouTube channel, actually, is my Stationairs tutorials. There's probably about 18 of them. Some of them are popular, some of them aren't. So if you want to learn the game, I have that, and I have a whole series of just playing. If you want to breeze through those and get a background of the game. Or just keep tuning into Twitch and watch people. Yeah, a lot of people say the beginning part of setting up your initial part of your base is tough. If you're looking at any tutorials with starting a base, a couple of months ago they redid what you get as starting supplies and they organized it differently. So anything dealing with a tutorial of starting a base needs to be within the last 2 months. Otherwise, it's out of date. Oh, I'm 37% food level. And my stinky light's on. See the shower in the top right? They make you take showers in this game to get cleaned up. So, yeah, this is a very cool game. It's a thinking game. It's not just a repetitive bang-bang type of game at all. If you like survival challenges, there's different planets with different complexities and different challenges. A cold planet, a hot planet, that kind of thing. A no atmosphere moon, that kind of thing. You saw the sink earlier, cool. And there's little Luna, my space kitty. So if you watch any of my tutorials, I do answer the questions. It may take me a day, day and a half to answer the questions when you leave them. But I do answer any questions on the tutorials. And if you have any questions while I'm playing, feel free. Okay. That's going to have to come off. That's going to have to come off. Ah. And that's going to have to come off. Oh, so it was recommended for you, was it? Cool. Well, obviously it's something you have an interest in, or you've told Twitch that you have an interest of some sort to get that message. So that battery's going to have to come out of there. If that battery's out of there, that goes to there. Yeah, no, watching is great. I have a couple of streamers I like to watch what they play. They play some things differently than I do. Okay, so let's turn this around and move that large cargo over. That's going to have to relocate. I've got too much shit here. Just make a little bit of room. And you can actually save the power for now and turn those off. That won't fit because the tank is there. And that tank is full. So, I need to get the fuel off of there, or I'm going to lose it. So now I have another issue. I can't fit another tank on there to temporarily transfer it to. I don't want to lose all my fuel. This is like working on a running engine. So I need to move that tank over. But to do it, I need to offload it. And I can't offload it without power. And I've taken the power and the battery out. It's a hell of a lot of fuel to throw away. So I can throw away the fuel, or I can reinstall the battery. Considering I don't know where the battery's going to go. Battery goes there. I knew I needed the electronic parts. That's what I went over there for. I don't know where that's going to be. think this has to be here. That's backwards. Has to be there. Okay. Come on. Ah! Shit! I don't want to be elevated. Ah! Well, there goes that cable. And I am going to fly like a birdie when I get out of this. If I could get out of it. I can't go against the wind. I'm pinned! I'm pinned. Can I get out? Oh! What a mess. Get out of the storm. I can't work with a jetpack in a storm. I lost a whole bunch of my heavy cable. Looks troublesome. Only a minor inconvenience, really. But an inconvenience nonetheless. And that's one of the challenges in this game, is the storms on Mars. Could be worse. Could have been launching a rocket. Okay, now I'm going to need more cable. Well, at least the wind turbines will be generating all my batteries right now. Go, go, go. Charge them up. Storms have their good side. Okay. Basic chutes require iron. One solution to the weather is a weather station. I have it. It's up there, and it's not functioning. It should be turning that light on, but I was outside at the time. I have it turned off at this time because I got to figure out why my light isn't flashing for it that I set up. So I have one, it's just not running. I need iron. And of course, I don't have any iron. Iron there. And iron there. I need a bunch of chutes. Looks like I could make 7 of them. Guess I can do something while I'm inside. Looks like I had 1 in stock. Well, my expanded area here, and I want to move the production stuff up there. These 2 beasts. Oh, looks like the storm's over. Okay, well, let's take a drink. Nummies. Let's go back at the problem at hand. If you start working on the problem that's the problem while you're working on the problem of the other problem with the problem, and the other problem comes up that you have to work on the problem so that you don't get to the problem or the problem with the problem. So, try not to get myself too distracted down the rabbit hole. Okay, so the battery is connected. But the network is not connected to it. Okay. So now I can turn the battery on, but my umbilical needs to be moved up to which level? This now needs to do that, I'm going to need another launch tower in height. Okay, so we need a launch tower as well. And thus we have the problem that comes up, solving the problem with the problem. We need a launch tower. I need steel, and it's in the rocket manufacturing. Now, do I have 10 steel? I probably don't have 10 steel anymore. So then I'll have to solve the problem to solve the problem to solve the problem about the problem. Because I have 1 gram of steel. I have no steel. No steel. No steel. No steel. Okay, well, I'm just down a rabbit hole of problems here. I have no steel here at all. I have 13 iron ore. So 12 and 4 coal. And of course I won't have any heat here. No. And that can just sit. Okay, at least I had enough spare materials to make the little bit of steel I needed. Redesigning rockets is not so much fun. Launch tower. 1 launch tower. If any of the viewers here have seen any of my tutorials that are on my YouTube page, same name, I'd like some feedback from you. Let me know what you think about them. If you like or dislike them. My one on the shower and my one for the trading are the two most popular ones, I believe. I recently did one for the runway, but I could improve it. My runway was actually built backwards when I did the tutorial. I make a comment about it at the end of the tutorial, but I should remake the tutorial. Okay, now we need to, we need to run the power up to it. Which means you have to come off. Actually, only one of these needs to run up. That can just run through now. That one's going to have to be connected in once I determine where it goes. Okay, so I want to unfuel it. So I'm going to want to reverse this and pump it out. So before I do that, I can pump the whole thing dry. Okay. And that was a pressure regulator? Or was it a pressure? What was it? How do I want to do this? pressure regulator. I need it to go that way with that like that. And I temporarily need to power it. Okay, and before I turn it on, we're now pumping it not out of the tank, but into the tank. And if I do everything right, the rocket fuel should be going down. And it is not, because I didn't turn the pump on. Okay, back pressure regulator. Do I care how much the back pressure regulator is? Worst I could do is blow up, right? It is now emptying it out. Waste tank caution. It's going to blow up. So let's just take our little waste tank and blow it out. There we go. Now it's not a problem. Okay, so now I want to empty my tanks, and this will take a while. Because I don't want to waste all that fuel. And hopefully this is a one-time deal. I don't have to keep loading and unloading the fuel. I guess I could make a permanent solution to load and unload. Could make a dual switch. Well, you know, a back pressure regulator on and off. Okay, that's going to be a while. We can let that just go. We will empty that tank out. We will move the tank to where it should be. Then we can put the other pieces back inside. So, this is a hurry up and wait situation. And the battery is fine. I don't need to charge the battery anymore. Now I'm going to have to take all this time to fill it again once I get it rebuilt. We've taken about less than 10% of it off. So this is going to be 20 minutes. Okay, what can we do? What can we do in the meantime? We do that. I have a text I had to respond to there. Sorry for the interruption. But you know what? Life is what happens when you made other plans. And that was one I had to answer. Okay, batteries are fully charged. Except the last one. It'll work down a little bit. Ah! Okay. So I've got those walls stable. I need to move this airlock to here. Sorry, to here. And I need to move. Does that still work? If that works, I don't need to move it. It only works when it's half inside, half outside. Okay. I don't need to move that. It's fine just where it is. Okay, what's my pressure gone down to when I change this? 2.1 megapascals. That will still cool it just at about a third of the rate. And it looks like it's having problems. Looks like it's having problems. Okay, so let's do that. So I need to temporarily borrow that. Okay, and I'm going to want a whole bunch of pollutant, which is that. Oh, it's higher pressure than what I'm working with. Okay, that will work. Why are you on? You shouldn't be on. You don't need to be on either. You're stable. Okay, and if I put that in there, that will increase my pressure somewhat in the tube. 4.06. Okay, so that's twice as much as it was. That's good. That's all I need. Hey, I forgot to take that out. Okay. That one can go back in there. And this one, which has less, can go back up there, and that will work better. Okay, it's only 20% down. A long wait. We've got to work on other things. Things and stuff. I'm down to my last filter too. Carbon dioxide. I want a medium filter. And Constantine and iron. Great. I don't have the iron. And I've got 1 gram there. I've got none there. Constantine. I know I have Constantine. Two grams of it? What do I have? How many do I need? 1. Okay. Only 1 filter. Okay. Let's disassemble these and move them. Angle grinder. A wrench. A wrench. Okay. This is the second one in the series. So we're going to want them on this side. there because the raw food's going to come in here. Okay. Steel. And my nasty blowtorch. Yeah. Blowtorches inside do that. Well, I said it was a nasty blowtorch. You cannot get a blowtorch that doesn't use heat. Well, I guess an arc welder. Okay, so that's there. And my power is over there. Let's get the other unit. That will work. That's why I list 2 or 3 things to work on, because you always end up with something that you're waiting for to happen on the one side when you got to work the other side. Hand drill, wrong tool. Angle grinder. Wrench. Now I got a lot more room in the living area. I could make a living room. I could make a proper kitchen. Not my mass cook area. Yeah, the heating is probably warming up the place. No, not outside. Here. Oh, really? The wall, that wall's in the way? Seriously? Things you gotta do to renovate. Bad as renovating a real house. I won't. Oh, I see. Probably wasn't the wall. It's probably me. Well, it might have been the wall. Nasty blowtorch. Yeah. this eventually is going to need the whole automation thing. Connect all this now. There we go. Oh, and we actually have some chutes, don't we? Oh, hydration critical. And they're going to come in from higher up. And that's all the chutes I have with me. Okay, well, we got to start. So the Harveys will send them into here. The food, and the food will be automatically cooked, and then it will be automatically canned. Okay. We will get there eventually. How bad is my environment in here now? 101 kilopascals, 31.1 degrees Celsius. Pressure's livable. Sure was warm welding though. Actually, I have pollutants in here. Pollutants. Battery. Scrub out the pollutants, please. Okay, we'll let that work for a while. So we can put our stuff in to cook. And we just have to determine what we're going to do with some catch basket for the canned goods at the end. And then we have to bring it in from the Harveys, which will be going over there. So we have a start on that project. Our production food area automated, grow room automation, I think we can leave those. Rocket long range reusable, yeah, that's just a generic term. I think we're okay. Oh, my food level's way down. And I'm slightly stinky. I don't care. I will be stinky. Okay. And we'll just let that thing run for a while for pollutants. You can also close the helmet to keep it from complaining about the welding gases. Yeah, valid point. The gases are all out there. I am wearing the suit, so closing the helmet is a good option, just not to have the annoyance. I'll try and remember that for next time. Thanks for the tip. That's a good one. Still a lot of fuel. Let's just make sure everything is loading properly. Looks like it's going back up. Back pressure regulator of 0. As long as there's any gas in there, it'll move it out, and the pressure regulator is making sure it's up to a certain level in that pipe, so it'll keep sucking it out because this will keep it at 0. So that will keep going fine. That will work. Okay. Oh, I have more basic chutes. I have chutes. Good. Well, I wanted to connect this. Except now I don't know where the chutes are coming off. Probably going to be up higher rather than lower now. I think it's going to be here. Yeah, that's the way it's going to go. I just don't know if it's going to be there or not. I think it will be. That's going to require... Is that the wrong way around? Is that my problem? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's still 2/3 full. It's going to take a while. A long while. To unload. I don't want to remake the fuel. Okay, so that's at a standstill until I get that done. I don't know. Huh. How's the game going? Oh, frustrating as always. That's why I play it. I'm enjoying myself. Okay, so I don't know where that's going to go from there. So I can't finish that. I can't put that on. It's going to take a long time to get the fuel off of that. Could always go mining. So this is the farthest point away from where I am filtering, and there are still pollutants up here. I want to rip this apart. I have another airlock, so I can do that. That's why I have two. So I can do things like that. But do I want to have two things ripped apart at the same time? Maybe if I just cycle this and I work it from the outside rather than the inside, and I just leave this door on as an extra door until I get it finished. That sounds better. So we'll cycle it. We'll work with it from the outside. Just noticing the time. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to call this video to a close. Thanks for everybody who's watching it on Twitch, and this will be published on my YouTube channel. Anybody watching it on YouTube, please follow. If you want to see more stationaires, if you think I've done something really silly, leave me a comment. If you think I've done something brilliant, leave me a comment. And if you have any questions, I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. And all you YouTubers and Twitch people out there, all you people and bots, I want you to have a good one, and please be good to each other. So Grandpa Canuck signing off. We'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.